Night, LeBron versus KD. Lakers in Houston for game 2 of their back-to-back meetings, their baseball series. This one lived up to the hype. LeBron turned back the clock early, Wendy.
Early and often. My God. He had 4 dunks. Okay, wait a minute.
This one, though. Come on.
Perk, what do we say about that? What do we say about that?
I'm just jealous. Again. I'm in my second chapter of my life. We came into the league together, and he's still leading the league in transition.
And you see that 8 for 8 in the first half. Tied for most field goals without a miss. Going back to the Heatles days, we'll have some more Heatles stuff coming up a little later. But, you know, Luka got in the act, too, here.
Did he?
About 40 times.
About what, Whitney?
About 40 times.
And look, he was talking, somebody poked the bear. Shame on them.
Yeah, watch this. Talking to the fan. Wow.
Wild's got the ball.
And he got the steal there. Now check this out. Takes it the other way. Gets fouled. And still having some words, you'll see. Third quarter here. KD only 2 points in the first half, 3 field goal attempts. But he got cooking in the third quarter.
Well, double teaming him, Perk.
Well, look, they was actually getting stops, though, and being able to get out and run. And look, I love this action right here. Him and Şengün got to continue to develop some type of 2-man game, chemistry, 2-man action.
Houston went into the fourth with a 3-point lead, but then it was Luka time once again. 4 minutes left, Lakers down 2. Luka drives with the pass to Rui Hachimura, who hits every part of the rim here on this 3.
He had no choice. With that type of dive, look at this.
That's insane.
We need to do a study on his step-back threes. Real talk, the separation. You heard what he said.
That's what he do, baby.
No, that's not how you say it.
But look at this one. Triple team finds Bron for the alley-oop.
It's his 5th dunk.
Yeah. Luka fired up. Finished with 40 points. LeBron, he ended up with 30.
Someone's about to get talked to, Perk. Someone's about to get talked to.
After Luka hit that dagger and hit back at the fan. So Luka and company, LeBron gives him a headbutt on the chest. Lakers win 124-116. Here's LeBron with Lisa Salters after the game.
You look like vintage King James to us. Just how did tonight feel to you?
I mean, I didn't feel that great, today, when I woke up or even when I got to the arena. I was pretty tired, obviously, from the last game or whatever the case may be. But, once the competitive juice get going and we got flowing, my guys pick me up, I try to pick them up and just try to make a few plays.
By the way, if JJ's out of shape, what the hell are we at this point? Which I might add, JJ did scrimmage with the team earlier this year. He told us he knew what he shot. 7 of 10, 5 of 8 from 3, and then didn't want to tell anyone he kind of pulled a groin muscle. But nonetheless.
Yeah, well, how many points did he give up?
Yeah, that's fair. Right. He didn't tell us about that. But, Perk, what did last night show you after what we saw from LeBron?
Well, let me say this. So my sons went to the game last night, right? And they saw JJ after the game. They was in the back. So JJ, they called my wife, and JJ had a message for me. He said, tell your Perk to stop talking ish about me. Right? So guess what, JJ? I'm going to give you your damn flowers today. You've been coaching your ass off. We see the spirit of this team. We see the camaraderie. We see the passion, the energy. I always evaluate LeBron James, not only if he's going to put on these dunks or make these tough shots. I look at his body language. He's bought in right now. I'm looking at a DeAndre Ayton, who wasn't getting minutes 2 or 3 weeks ago in the fourth quarter, is now a vital and crucial piece to their success throughout this last stretch. J.J. Redick has got the ears back of this locker room again, Wendy. George, he has got the attention. Guys are being stars in their role. He has found the niche and found the space for Marcus Smart, who's been knocking down timely threes, being a decision maker, being a defensive stopper. So when I look at the overall totality of the Lakers, not just LeBron, Luka, the guys playing on the floor, it's the leader, J.J. Redick. You good.
Look, the standings are important. The streak is interesting and fun, but I'm more interested in the formula. JJ and the Lakers are finding a formula here that can be sustainable. And if you look at what's happened with Luka during this streak, by the way, I want to point out, I got no problem with him talking to fans, especially if a fan is stupid enough to talk to him. Yeah. He hasn't been talking to the referees, okay? And
right.
He's doing a lot of scoring. So now,
and playing more defense because of it.
Yes, and if you look at this is the streak. This is Luka, go up, LeBron, come down a little bit. But just because you're taking less shots, maybe it can be efficient shots. Look at that field goal percentage. He is finding a way to impact the game at both ends. I'm talking about LeBron. Luka is giving more effort defensively. JJ has been holding players accountable defensively. We're seeing the improved way they're doing it. And also, they're healthy. It helps to have options. There's no doubt health has made a difference. But I can now see how the Lakers could win a playoff series. I can now see, quite frankly, how LeBron has a future with this team past this year. If he's going to play like this, this fits with Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. This style of play. And JJ and them have worked hard to develop it.
Perk, what do you think about Luka individually and the Lakers ceiling?
Let me say this. Luka, in my eyes, is already a top 10 greatest scorer that I've ever seen. When it comes to putting that damn ball in the bucket, we need to have a study and have a conversation on him, right? We somewhat have seen something like this before with James Harden when he was with the Rockets to get to the free throw line. But those tough made three-point shots and the creation, the separation that he has to do when he gets into his bag, it was daggers. Those threes last night was snatching the soul out of the Rockets in that audience. So again, Luka, his ceiling, he has none. He has already led a team to the NBA Finals. I believe the Lakers ceiling is second round, and only because they would have to face OKC or the Spurs. That's it.
At this stage of his career, at this age, he's the third highest scorer behind Wilt and Jordan. That's all you got to say about what, due to a collapsed lung, the Pistons have just 14 games left in the regular season, and the playoffs start in just 30 days. Senior insider Shams Charania broke that story this morning, and Shams joins us now. Shams, what more can you tell us about how long the Pistons could be without Cade?
George, Cade Cunningham is expected to miss an extended period of time. It's going to be at least a few weeks, and I'm told right now Cunningham, the Pistons, the medical group in Detroit are working through the next steps to continue to gather information on treatment plans, recovery, and eventually a rehab plan. And my understanding is there is optimism within the Pistons that Cunningham will be back for the playoffs. That's about a month away, but they're unsure exactly when he'll be able to, and his importance can't be understated. He has one of the highest usage ratings in the league. He means everything Detroit from a culture perspective, on-court perspective, but now he will be out for an extended period of time.
All right, Shams, thank you so much for the information. Cunningham has played 60 games this season that count towards the postseason award selection. If he's unable to play the remainder of the regular season, he would miss out on any of those honors. Cade is top 3 on the Pistons in every major statistical category. We welcome you inside our studio alongside NBA champion Kendrick Perkins and the host of the Hoop Collective podcast, Brian Windhorst. I'm George Sedano in for Malika Andrews. Tough blow, obviously, for the Pistons. So, Perk, how much will this shake up the East?
Listen, first of all, we need Cade Cunningham. The league needs him. Like us as fans, we want to see him in the big moment of the postseason. Let me get that out the way. Secondly, Cade, when he's available, the Detroit Pistons are a legit title contender. When he's not, they're a first-round exit. That's how valuable he is. That's how much him being out shakes up the rest of the league. So if you're Boston, you're New York, you're saying, well, damn, now the floodgates have really opened, because I know right now the Knicks probably looking at it like, you ain't praying on nobody's downfall. You don't want nobody to be injured. But damn it, if you're trying to get to the championship, you trying to make it through it, you might have to see those guys. But if he's not available, again, it's not good for Detroit. They could be an early round out in the playoffs.
All right, so the words on the bottom of the screen there, that's the bad news. Let's talk about the good news. The good news is they got a 4-game lead in the Eastern Conference standings for the 1 seed. And I do think seeding is less important in the East this year than health, obviously, but the Pistons have worked very hard, and it would be terrific if they could get the 1 seed. So they have some cushion there on the 1 seed, and they've played okay without Cade this year. They're 5-2 without him, and there's some tankers left on that schedule. They should, there's some tough games, no doubt, but they should get some wins. You look at that's going to be that road trip at the Thunder. That won't be fun. But okay, now I will say, they get to play the Wizards tonight. I would strongly advise winning that game, for example. Okay, but I will say this. We've seen injuries before, and Perk, I know you had a rib injury in your career. When the Pistons announced this injury, they did not announce a rib injury. Now, maybe they're not giving it all, but if he avoided major rib injury, that could potentially be more positive for him to come back on the shorter time frame. So I'm sure he's feeling it today. I'm sure he is not feeling great about life. I don't think you can fly with a collapsed lung. He's probably taken a bus back to Detroit, or it'll probably be a very nice bus, but it probably will be a long day for him to get back. But I do think that there's reason to believe, if you're a Pistons fan, that this will not derail even your seeding, much less your playoff.
Well, and let's not forget, C.J. McCollum had something like this recently, and he missed 2 weeks, and then he was able to resume basketball activities.
No. And look, the way that science is now, the money that organizations spent for us doctors and the medical staff, I believe he is going to come back. But I do think it's a blessing in disguise for the Detroit Pistons, because now you can see or put to the test the perimeter play, because the big question has been, who is going to be that number 2 option on the perimeter that's going to elevate their game come postseason time? Is it going to be Jenkins? Is it going to be Hollins? Is it going to be Tobias Harris?
Right.
Now these guys are able to showcase.
Yeah, we'll see how it works itself out. And if the worst case scenario does happen, they will see who they need to potentially stick with or move on from in the offseason as well.